You've pulled all of the foils out of your client. You've rinsed the balayage. You've decided what toner you're going to do. Have you ever freaked out once you got that toner on at the back bowl and been like, oh, I need to rinse it off. Did I mix the right thing? Was that the right toner? Today we're going to uncover all of the mysteries and truths behind toning blonde hair at the shampoo bowl. We want to take the time to really train your eye for what you're looking at when you have a head of wet blonde hair at the shampoo bowl. We want to talk about lifting to the right level, whether that's a 9 or outside of a banana peel, or even lighter, maybe inside of a banana peel. We're going to talk about when to choose each toner category, whether you're picking a semi-permanent, demi-permanent, a permanent, they all have a place at the toner table. When you get that toner on your freshly rinsed foils or your freshly rinsed balayage, and it maybe turns a weird color, don't rinse it, but we're going to explain why. So before we start getting into what kind of toner should I choose, there are some fundamentals that we all need to keep in mind. First up is lifting to the right level. Have you ever rinsed your foils or your balayage and been like, 5 more minutes? Lifting to the right level is crucial because that's going to determine which of all the toners that we have to choose from you're going to pick. So first up, we have the example of what it would be like lifting to a level 9 or lifting to a level 10. You've often heard of this maybe referred to as inside of a banana peel versus outside of a banana peel. When you're talking about lifting to a 9 or a 10, it doesn't seem like there's that big of a difference. But when you're choosing a really light toner to neutralize that yellow, it's going to make a big difference for you. If your goal is to get this awesome, perfect, platinum, icy, translucent, see-through blonde, I'm going to need to lift my client up to something that's very pale yellow, like almost barely any yellow left. Because if I lift my client to this darker level, color wheel rules apply. I can never tone something darker to look lighter. I think a lot of people are maybe a little nervous about lifting people to the right level when you open the foils. Is it done? Or is my balayage done? Or is my bleach and tone on scalp application done? So we'll give you some tips and tricks, maybe some insider hints on what to look for so that you're getting the right toner application every time. You've lifted to whatever level you think you need to get to. We have several choices in the Schwarzkopf umbrella for you to choose from when it comes to toning. Now you can tone and neutralize the yellow that you've got left over. You can tone to embrace it. You can tone any which way you want. Today we're going to focus on neutralizing because that's probably one of the more scary things that you'll see when you're toning or looking to tone wet blonde hair. Let's face it, wet blonde hair is not fun to look at the bowl because it might as well be night and day from when it's wet until it's dry. Every single person that's watching this video right now has rinsed something and been like, oh, 5 more minutes would have been the trick. And then we try and tone it to get to that nice, bright, clean, clear, translucent blonde, and you end up with something neutralized, but not with the brightness. And then you think, oh, if I lifted it to the right level, then it might grab too much. So let's uncover some of those theories today. Now, when you think about the different kind of neutralizing toners that we've got, it ranges everywhere from your temporary all the way up to permanent. So what's an example of a temporary neutralizing toner that we've got in the portfolio? A great first up would be Goodbye Yellow. So Goodbye Yellow is, well, it's literally in the name. Typically when you're lifting a blonde and you get them to that nice inside of a banana peel yellow, you need to neutralize. So the color wheel is the rule that we follow every single day. Complementary colors will neutralize each other. There we have it. So a temporary color like Goodbye Yellow, or in our Fiber Clinics range, our Vibrancy, we have a silver shampoo. When you look at the color wheel, what sits across from yellow? Anything violet. So it makes sense that we'll have violet-based shampoos. A temporary color, first up, is going to stain or sit on the surface of that blonde hair. A lot of people use purple shampoos to pre-tone, and what does that mean? Basically, I take what pale yellow I have left in the hair, I give it a purple shampoo, whatever strength I'm looking for, and I'm able to kind of knock out the yellow before I put maybe a vivid or a direct dye punchy color over top. So that's one way that you can use a temporary neutralizing color to pre-tone. I do that with my Goodbye Yellow or my Fiber Clinics Vibrancy Purple shampoo. So when would I use a Fiber Clinics Vibrancy neutralizing booster in like a mask? Perfect example. I've lifted a client, she's gone through the bleaching cycle, the hair might be a little compromised, and I both want to tone and care for the hair at the same time. Fiber Clinics Vibrancy neutralizing drops that come in purple are perfect. 2 trees, 1 seed. I get to care for the hair, add those bonding, strengthening, refreshing ingredients to the hair, but also tone at the same time. So the Fiber Clinics toning neutralizing drops are perfect if I need to condition and care, but also tone at the same time. Next up, something a little bit even easier than that. I don't need a purple shampoo. I'm not quite gonna want to take the extra step for toning and caring at the same time with my Fiber Clinics mask. I am booking it today. I've got clients waiting for me up front. This one's gotta get out of here. It's that time of year. So one of my favorite ways to neutralize, tone, and condition all at the same time, guys, this is a no-brainer for me. I've lifted, rinsed my foils, my balayage, my bleach and tone, whatever it is you're looking for. I don't have time for a toner to sit for 10 minutes. I don't have time to dry the person's hair. I need quick. Chroma ID. No-brainer. It's easy. This is a bonding, caring mask with, and you can see here, the 9.5-1. It follows our Agora numbering system. If you're not familiar with our numbering system, check out one of our other YouTube videos to learn about it. But Chroma ID follows our numbering system. So anything 9.5-1 in the Schwarzkopf Professional portfolio is going to indicate that it is a pastel blue-violet. So Chroma ID fits perfectly when I've rinsed my bleach and tone and I want to do a very delicate pink or a delicate lilac kind of a toner. I need to get all that yellow out first. And because the hair has been bleached, it might feel a little delicate. Let's just go ahead and leave that there. So Chroma ID is going to be perfect because it's pale, it's light enough at a 9.5-1, being pastel blue-violet, but it's also a bonding conditioner base. So I've rinsed everything, I put this on, maybe I leave it 5-10 minutes. I'm toning and caring for the hair all in one go. Time saver. Now we've talked about temporary colors like purple shampoos and conditioning neutralizing drops. We've got a full-blown semi-permanent color, which would be our Chroma ID. Now my hair needs a little bit more. Maybe I haven't lifted to quite this pale yellow, but I'm more about like at this 9, or you know what? To be honest, maybe I'm somewhere in between. And I'm pretty sure that on one head of hair, you're all 3 of those situations. Come on, we've all seen different porosities and been like, oh, I don't know what to do now. So we're gonna talk about when to choose oxidative colors. First up in the assortment of our oxidative toners would be Blonde Me. The Blonde Me toners are pH neutral, meaning they're not really alkaline, they're not acidic, they sit right in the middle. The great thing about that is that it's not going to swell the cuticle or cause any more shifting of pigment like a permanent toner would, but it's also got just like a bit more muscle than a semi-permanent color like Chroma ID. So the Blonde Me toner, and it comes in ice, which is going to be our neutralizing yellow tone, you will mix with equal parts Blonde Me 2% 7 volume. Easy breezy, mix it up. You could do a bottle or a bowl. They have a beautiful jelly consistency. And you'll rinse the hair, dry the hair, put it all over with a bottle or a brush at the bowl if you want. Every neutralizing blue-violet toner oxidizes differently. So we're going to show you what happens with the Blonde Me Ice Toner and how maybe it turns a little weird for you at first, but trust the process. So now I'm looking for a toner that's going to neutralize my blonde, but I need it to have just a little bit more muscle. What do I mean? I've got some maybe yellow bits in the hair, some pale yellow bits in the hair. I need something that's gonna kind of go in and give me a little bit more of an even canvas. Our Agora Vibrance 9.5-1 toner is brilliant. This is considered a demi-permanent toner. It technically lives on the alkaline side of the pH scale. They sit anywhere from about a 7 to a 9, in case you're interested. You'll mix these 1 part color to 1 part activator, and you can choose either a gel or a lotion for a bottle or a bowl application. A demi-permanent toner is able to sit on the surface of the hair and just slightly inside of the hair. So I get a little bit more of a stronger finish or a stronger neutralization from a demi-permanent toner than I would from something semi or temporary. Next up, we have our permanent hair color option. Again, this is also coming in a 9.5-1, meaning pastel, blue-violet. But now begs the question, why would I choose a temporary blue-violet or a demi-blue-violet or a semi-blue-violet or a permanent? They all have a different spot at the table.